So today I'll be painting some of my favorite shots from Ghibli films. A little while back I remembered I have this bag full of tiny canvases that I got from my grandma a while ago, and I ignored it for years now, but I finally decided to blow the dust off and start using them. So because they're so tiny, I'm going to take 5 canvases at a time and paint 5 pictures. I first chose which films I was going to paint from and made some thumbnail sketches. I was mostly looking at preferences and choosing how I wanted to frame them. I was pretty happy with most of them except for the canvas. By the way, since this is my first video in 2024, I wanted to wish you all a happy new year. To be completely honest with you, my 2023, it had its ups and downs, as did everyone's, but I really hope to do better this year. For now I'm still riding the wave of New Year's hopes and motivations, but I don't know how long that will last. Some of the things I'd like to do this year when it comes to my art is: number 1, make an animated short film around 1 minute long. I'm also planning on exploring a little with different animation techniques, so who knows, I might even end up making a cel animated film. Number 2, kind of similar to number 1, I want to try animating a AMV. Not sure what kind exactly, because I don't have any OCs I'd like to animate, so I could maybe make it about some existing characters or just design some new ones for it. I'm not sure. Number 3, this one's kind of ambitious. I'd like to make a game, or at least start working on one, like something simple, cozy and cute. The only issue is that I have a slightly annoying taste, which means that there's a limited amount of genres I like, so choosing a genre that's both easier to make and that I like is gonna be pretty hard. I've made one game before, it's called Only a Matter of Time. I never finished it fully or even added sound to it, but hey, I might finally finish it this year. It was something I'd never done before and it was so challenging, especially learning to use Unreal Engine for the first time, but it was also so much fun, when it worked at least. So yeah, I would definitely love to go back to that. 4, make a comic/webtoon. This one is also very ambitious and it's mostly an idea, not something I'm going to work on for sure. Last year I spent months developing a comic idea that I wanted to get published, but it got rejected, so that was disappointing. But yeah, after that, I don't think I'm up to working on another big project like that. If I'm going to work on a comic, it'll be a simpler concept, hence the webtoon idea. Same with this one, I'll have to wait and see if I get inspired enough. I don't know why I keep finding reasons to make myself paint. I don't even like it. I mean, I do like it apparently, but it's far from my favorite medium because I suck at it. I can't blend colors nicely, my hand is shaky, I just don't feel in control of the paint. But I guess that's kind of part of why I like it as well. It feels like I'm just having fun and trying stuff out, and it doesn't really matter if I make mistakes either. I like that, I think it's nice. But I still definitely prefer digital, or watercolors, or color pencils, or literally anything else. Except for oil paints, I would never want to try those. I do hope to get better at painting in the future, but it is going to take me a while to be able to paint as well as Ghibli's background artists. Seriously though, their work is always so stunning. I recently watched a video showing a Ghibli background artist work on a piece start to finish, and it was so interesting to watch. I also got more interested in how cel animation works in general. It all looks so intricate, but I'm also really tempted to try it out. Only issue is I have no idea where to find celluloid sheets. And anything I find is pretty expensive, so unless I find a cheap alternative, I'll sadly have to abandon that idea. The first time I ever watched a Ghibli film was when I was 9 or 10 at the end of the school year, just before summer break. You know, during those last few days you technically don't really need to attend and all you do is watch films and play games. Some of the older kids insisted on watching Ghibli. I'm pretty sure they wanted to scare the younger kids because the first film they suggested was Princess Mononoke, and if you've seen it, you know that it starts out with some gorish stuff. I mean, for a kid. It is PG-13. So yeah, after the teacher realized she shouldn't be showing people getting dismembered to a bunch of 9-year-olds, she put on Howl's Moving Castle. It felt like a dream. I'm so thankful to those older kids for insisting on watching it. I'm so thankful I got to experience it as a kid. Ghibli films are amazing, but there's something very special about watching your first one. It's definitely one of the reasons why I got so into drawing at the time. There's very few films like that. But with the more recent amazing works of animation that came out, like Spider-Verse or Arcane, I think we'll only be seeing more of those. So I'm excited to see what's next. But also very sad I won't ever get to experience Ghibli for the first time again. Unless I get into some sort of accident and lose all my memories. Have you watched The Boy and the Heron yet? It only came out at the end of December where I live, and to be honest I kind of forgot about it anyway, so I only watched it like mid-January. So to be honest, my expectations weren't that high, because from whatever sneak peek I got before watching it, it looked just okay. I mean, obviously it looked really good, it's still a Ghibli. But typically when I want to watch something I'm really excited about, I like to bring my expectations extra low, just to let myself enjoy it as much as possible. I would hate to get my hopes up and then get disappointed when the film is amazing. So obviously I loved it. I'm not going to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it yet. All I'm going to say is that I loved the story, even though I didn't understand some parts of it, but overall I found it very beautiful visually. Chef's kiss. The only two things that really bugged me were the following. First is that the mom is supposed to be pregnant, and obviously pregnant women don't have a huge belly the whole time, but I just found it very funny how you could not tell for a second that she was pregnant. The second thing that bugged me is an animation detail that annoyed me very slightly throughout the film. And I don't know if it's something I'm noticing for the first time or if it's something that happens regularly in Ghiblis, but I still don't know whether the main character is or is not supposed to have nails. I know that it's a detail and that it is normal to not draw the details on a character in every single shot. Like obviously in a wider shot where the character makes up a fraction of the screen, it is normal to draw it as a blob of colors, but I only noticed it on close-ups. One shot he has them, the other he doesn't. I'm not complaining, I know that it is probably just because different animators worked on them, but yeah, it just bugged me. I loved the wara wara, I found them very cute. The grannies were very fun as well, and of course, no one forced me to say this, the parakeets were pretty funny too. I hated the amount of bird poop though. So yeah, anyway, coming back to the paintings, I'm pretty happy with them. I still see some mistakes and things I could improve on, but they look completely fine from afar, so meh. My favorite part when painting all of these was probably the backgrounds. It felt very satisfying. I still have like 30 of those tiny canvases, so let me know if you have any ideas on what I should do with them. Help. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!